evaluate the logarithm. So there are two approaches that you can take here. I think your textbook intended for you to do this without a calculator, but I'm going to show you both ways. So the reason why I think that they intended you not to use a calculator was because these are perfect exponents. In other words, this number here is 8 cubed, and here we have 9 squared. And then we're taking a base 10. A common log, which has base 10, is written this way without the number 10 there. So that's how we write the common log. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how to calculate these without a calculator, but then I'm going to show you how to do it with a calculator. Okay, so first we notice, like I said, this is 8 cubed. And when you have a log in this form, these kind of cancel each other out. Here we have the base is 8. So remember, the log is the exponent. What is the exponent if you have base 8? Well, it's 3. So the answer here is 3. Now here we have, again, the 81 is 9 squared, but it's in the denominator, so that means it's going to be a negative exponent. So this becomes, if we change the form of this, we're going to write this as 9, and then we're going to write this as 9 squared. That gives me the 81, but then I need a negative in front to get the power in the denominator. So this then becomes, now the bases are matching, so I just take the exponent. Okay, remember, the log is the exponent. All right, like I said, this is the common log. We don't have the base written here, but we know it's 10. So we're going to write this as log. I'm just going to write the 10 to remind us. And then this is 10. Okay, we've moved the decimal places four times, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's going to be 4, but it's going to be negative because we moved the decimal to the left. Okay, so the base is -4. And then the log of 1 million is just the log of 10, base 10, 10 to the 9th power, because there are 9 zeros. We've moved the decimal not to the left, but to the right 9 times. So that's how we get the power there. So just remember, the log is the exponent. Now let me do this with a calculator. When you're using a calculator, if you have the common log, just use the common log function on your calculator. And then if you don't have the base 10 or the natural log, which is base E, then you need to use a formula. And the formula is like this. So we have, for this one, we're going to take log of 512 divided by log of 8. And notice I don't put a base here, and that's because the log, you're going to use the common log because that's what's stored in your calculator, or you could use the natural log, which is also stored in your calculator. You have to use either one of those. So I'm using the common log here, and then you just take the log of 512 on your calculator and divide that by the log of 8. And then similarly here, because you do not have base 10 or base E, you have to use the formula log, and you're going to take 1 over 81 divided by the log of 9. Now notice that I'm dividing the entire log. So you're not going to have log of 512 divided by 8. You're going to have log of 512 divided by log of 8. See the difference there? So let me go and share my screen so you can see that on the calculator. Let's see. Okay, so like I said, here's the common log. This is base 10, and here's the natural log. This is base E. So I'm using the common log. And in the first problem, we had log base 8 of 512. So I'm going to take log of 512. And then make sure you close the parentheses, because you don't want to divide the 512. You want to divide the log of 512. So make sure you put that parentheses there, and then you divide that entire thing by the log of base 8. Okay, and so you can see I get 3, which is what I got. All right, and then, just put that 3 there. We already did it here, but like I said, there are 2 ways of doing it. Now, again, the next problem, we're gonna take log of 1/81. So you're gonna take the common log, and you're gonna take 1 divided by 81. So that's 1/81. Then you close the parentheses and then divide by the log of 9, and we should get 2. And I'm sorry, -2. Okay, so we got that, just like we did. And then log of, the next problem, we're doing log of, common log of 0.0001. So that's -4. And then we also did the common log of 1,000,000. Notice, so for every 0 that I add on the calculator, it gives you, the exponent is gonna match the number of zeros, and you can kind of see that when I was doing the zeros. Let me back it up, so you can see if I take away a 0, it goes down to 8, 7, 6, like that. Anyway, so that's how you do those, either if you're doing it with or without a calculator, whatever you prefer, you'll get the right answer. Okay?